Some geographical places have their own names, but sometimes to glorify a place, we call them using their bynames. A place which has various names according to its geographical area, rivers, hill, any other natural resources, characteristics, or history, it is known as geographical epithet. Hello everyone, my name is Sakshi and we are going to discuss part 2 for geographical epithets, as we have already discussed part 1. If you haven't seen that session, please go and watch that part. So in this part 2, we are going to cover all the topics which were left. So let's start, but before beginning, I would like to introduce you with SSB Crack exams. If you are a defense aspirant and preparing for defense related exams like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, Territorial Army, SSB Crack is the best option for you. You can visit our website for more details about the courses, mock tests, quizzes and study materials. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media platforms like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and Telegram. And you can also download a mobile app from Google Play Store, SSB Crack exams. So let's start our session, and the first and the foremost name we have is the Island of Pearls, Bahrain. The Kingdom of Bahrain is an island country located in the Persian Gulf, known as Island of Pearls. It gets sobriquet owing to the country's popular pearls farming industry. The farming business has a strong presence in the Gulf as well as around the world. The country's pearls have long held legendary status for their purity and stunning beauty. The pearl fishing is their most old and the basic source of employment due to abundantly availability of the pearls fishery from more than 200 years at that place. Moving ahead, next we have key to Mediterranean, the Strait of Gibraltar. Strait of Gibraltar, it is connecting Atlantic Ocean to Mediterranean Sea. Also, it is dividing two landmasses, Morocco and Spain. The Strait of Gibraltar, it is a narrow strait that connects the Atlantic Ocean to Mediterranean Sea and separates the Gibraltar and peninsular Spain in Europe from the Morocco in Africa. The Gibraltar is heavily fortified British air and naval base that guards the Strait of Gibraltar, which is the entrance to the Mediterranean from the Atlantic Ocean, as you can see. Next we have is Land of Lake, Scotland. Scotland is known for its loch. This is the name which is generally used for the lakes in Scotland, and these lochs, they are the most covered tourist spots in the world. The famous are the Loch Lomond, Loch Ness, Loch Owey. They are the famous lochs of the Scotland. Scotland is the land of beauty and romance and is the home for the finest hotels in the world. Next is Land of Golden Fleece. The Land of Golden Fleece, Australia is known as the Land of Golden Fleece. Fleece, which means woolly cover of the sheep or goat. So Australia is called the country of golden fleece. This is because of its large production of wool. Australia is the largest producer of wool. According to the 2011 statistics, total wool produced in Australia was 350 million kg. Next we have Land of Maple, Canada. The red golden maple trees are grown abundantly throughout the Canada. At least 13 varieties of maple leaves are found in the country in every part of it. These trees just do not enhance the beauty quotient of Canada, but also represents the idea of unity among the Canadians. Maple is also national symbol of Canada, and the symbol of maple leaves had been associated with Canadian political, economic and social cultural aspects. Next is Land of Morning Calm, South Korea. So the title is the most suited to South Korea because of its spellbinding beauty, natural beauty, be it of high mountains, clear water, splendid tranquility, particularly during the morning time, which further confirms the title on South Korea as a land of morning calm. So South Korea is known as Land of Morning Calm. Next we have is Land of Midnight Sun, Norway. So you know Earth is rotating at the tilted axis relative to the sun. During the summer months, the North Pole is angled towards a star. That's why for several weeks, the sun never sets above the Arctic Circle. And that is where the place where Norway is situated. That is how it got the name Land of Midnight Sun. Norway is one of the few locations where sunset merges into sunrise with no darkness in between. So the midnight sun only occurs at certain times in a year and is only visible very close to the Arctic. Next we have Land of Rising Sun, Japan. So Japan, which is an archipelago, is east of the Asian mainland and thus where the sun rises. The actual name of Japan in Japanese is Nihon. Nihon is mean sun origin, which is loosely translated to land of rising sun, and that is how Japan is known as land of rising sun. Next is land of thunderbolt, Bhutan. So Bhutan is the country which is known as land of thunderbolt. As per the geography, Bhutan is at the high altitudes and it has regular thunderbolts, and people in the ancient days, they thought the thunder was the sound of dragon, and it reflects in the name of the country, Bhutan. It is called Drak-Yul. Drak-Yul in the name of the national language, and which translate to English as land of thunder dragons. And that is why you'll see the dragon symbol in the national flag as well. Next we have is Finland, which is known as land of thousand lakes. The Finland is a country in the North Europe. So there are thousands of lakes in Finland, and that is the reason why the country is nicknamed as land of thousand lakes. When you'll do the comparison of numbers of lakes on its population, it reveals that there is one lake for every 26 Finns, and water takes up 10% of the land area of the Finland, the total area of the Finland. Next we have is the land of white elephants, Thailand. Thailand is the country which is known as the land of white elephants, and that is because of the large population of white elephants which is found in the country. They are further associated with Buddhism and also associated with the religious and cultural activities of the country. Next we have Pearl of Antilles, and Cuba is the country which is known as the Pearl of Antilles. The country has given this name because of the most precious jewel in the island group. It is known as the Greater and Lesser Antilles, and Cuba has earned the nickname as Pearl of Antilles due to the same reasons. Next we have is the Pearl of Pacific. Guayaquil port of Ecuador, it is known as the Pearl of Pacific. The city Guayaquil is a capital of Ecuador province of Guaya. The Guayaquil, it is located in the west bank of river Guaya, and the river flows into the Pacific Ocean. Because of its location, the city is the center of Ecuador's fishing and manufacturing industries. It is the most populous and the largest city in Ecuador as well. Next we have is the roof of the world, the Pamirs. So the Pamirs, they are known as the roof of the world, and the reason they are called the roof of the world because of their high altitudes. So the Pamir Mountains, they are the mountain ranges in the Central Asia, formed by a junction of the Himalayas with Tian Shan, Karakoram, Kunlun mountain ranges and Hindu Kush mountain ranges. Next we have the Spice Garden of India. So Kerala is the state, Kerala is the one which is known as the Spice Garden of India. The reason is why, because it has a wide variety and is the world famous for it. The major locations for the cultivation of spices, they are located in Kerala, and that is how it got the name of the Spice Garden of India. Also, these spice gardens helps people of Kerala to earn a living because the spices, they are still the source of export in the country. Next we have the sugar bowl of the world, Brazil. Although until 1960, Cuba, which was the largest sugar exporter in the world, so it has been called sugar bowl till that time. But now Brazil has taken the top position, top spot in the production of sugar. In the year 2017-18, Brazil was leading in the sugar production and with 38.9 million metric tons. So sugar bowl for now is Brazil. Next we have is the white man's grave, the Guinea coast of Africa. The coast, just like any other coast of Africa, had hostile living conditions for Europeans who reached that place for the colonial or missionary purposes. These Europeans had to face a lot of tropical diseases, and that is what it is responsible for the mass death of the Europeans in this particular region. So you can see the coast is called the white man's grave due to the mass amount of death from illness such as yellow fever, malaria, heat exhaustion, and many gastrointestinal sicknesses. Next we have Playground of Europe, Switzerland. So there was a writer, Leslie Stephen. He mentioned this name, Playground of Europe, and he gave this name Playground of Europe to Switzerland, and since then Switzerland is known as the Playground of Europe. But the country offers various adventurous activities that prove this name. Next we have is the land of kangaroo, Australia. So Australia has earned this name for very justified reason. For the reason because kangaroos are only found in Australia and they are always competing to outnumber the human population there. Kangaroo appear in the Australian coat of arms, on the currencies, and on the airline logos as well. So that is how it is known as the land of kangaroos. So guys, this is all about the geographical epithets. I hope it would be helpful for your examination. So this is it. I'll see you in the next session with more important informations. Till then, work hard. Jai Hind.